Wepa, we're at the Pyramid Club, y'all. We made it.
We made it.
Thank you all for being here. Shout out again to the Pyramid Club and SBS Productions. And I want to shout out my crew over here, the National Association of Hispanic Journalists Philly chapter.
Very punctual bunch. They were the first ones here.
That's right. Well, journalists, we're good with deadlines and things.
No doubt, no doubt. You have a question.
So Vanessa, as Bomba Live's community journalist, why do you think that it's important that Bomba Live highlight all of the things that are happening, not only just here in Philadelphia, but in the nearby cities, but even on, our islands? Why do you think it's important for us to highlight that?
Well, I mentioned NAHJ because our hashtag is more Latinos in news, right? Most of the newsrooms here in Philadelphia and across the country lack diversity. We do not have a lot of people that look like us on television, both on the entertainment side and the news side. And even growing up watching Telemundo and Univision, you saw very European, white-looking people. You didn't see indigenous people. You didn't see Black, Afro-Latinos. You didn't see thick women like me on TV, okay? And so when I first met Ray, I started a community radio station here in Philly, WPPM, which stands for People Powered Media, on 106.5 FM. And I recruited Ray because somebody tagged you in a post, and I was looking for smart Latino commentary, news, and analysis on current events and politics because I felt like that voice was really missing from the airwaves. You definitely don't hear it on NPR and WHYY, and you really don't see it in a lot of online media. And so when we first started doing Found in Translation and Bomba Live on WPPM and PhillyCam, it really was to represent, because representation is really important. When I was growing up as a kid, there was a lot of women role models for me in media, but there wasn't a Latina journalist that I looked up to, like on Action News or NBC 10 or whatever, on the Inquirer. And so I looked to other Black women and other women of color to inspire me. And so I hope by our presence, us, being on all the platforms, radio, TV, online, YouTube, that we can inspire young people to say, you know what? Those people are like me, and we have a voice, and representation is important. And the other thing is that when I was doing research as a grad student, I was digging through media archives in Philadelphia, and there was no Latino media voices, right? So as a media historian, I couldn't find examples of things that were happening. As you know, in the 70s, there was a large, booming Puerto Rican movement happening in the Spring Garden area of Philadelphia. There was a lot of discrimination. There was a lot of things going on, and that wasn't documented in the media. So we were invisibilized, like many Latino communities across the country. So this here is a living history. We're documenting for the future people who are looking back in time, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's what was popping in 2020, right? Like 2021, 22. And it's really important for us to tell our own story in our own voice for a culturally appropriate audience. And it's really important that we show the diversity among Boricuas, among Latinos, right? We're not all the same. We have a lot of different political opinions. We have a lot of different interests and ideas. And so I think by doing this show and having this cast of characters, you see the differences among us, right? Like there's things that join us together, but there's things that make us really unique. And so having debate, having thoughtful discussion on current events is really important in a media landscape that doesn't really give us a lot of space and ownership over media platforms where we get to do that. And being as though we're the largest growing minority population in the United States, we need to carve out our own space. We need to build an alternative media infrastructure, and we need to document our existence and put forth our point of view.
My man, Vanessa got us at church right now.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Vanessa.
Preaching.
Vanessa, now we got to get this